Hello, 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 hello. I'm Lynn Browder, and I have a son, Owen, who is 11 and has autism. We paint together, working on his fine motor skills. He helps me paint the backgrounds with a hand-over-hand method, and then I paint the rest. I had in mind what I was going to do, and I'm not sure how this is going to go. So we're just going to attempt it and see. I grew up in Florida, and we had hibiscus everywhere, and they are a beautiful tropical flower. If you haven't seen them, they're very popular down there, and I don't generally paint like one flower. I usually do like a whole bunch of stuff, but I'm actually gonna kind of push myself to do this hibiscus. So we will see what happens here. And I don't really paint in reality in the sense of what something truly looks like. So we're just going to go for it. And I'm just kind of adding some of the greenery beforehand that just to like add it on there and see what happens. But I'm very distracted today. I keep hoping that I can figure out stuff, and it just seems to not. My son has a hard time with we live on a semi-busy street, and when there's a car that is just sitting and somebody is sitting in the car waiting either for someone or just because they are just for whatever reason, if they're sitting in their car and they have not gone into some place and he can see them because they would park on the street or wherever, he gets very upset because he wants them to either go or come tell him hello or 1,000 other things. And I never know exactly what it's going to be or why he's, what part. And it's not something that goes away quickly. Like, it's not something that he just immediately forgets, or it's not something that he can just process and let it go. And he goes through spurts where there's times where it's harder and there's times where it's not as difficult for him. And right now is kind of one of those times where it's extremely difficult for him. So I've been looking for a new place for a while, but with the housing market and the prices and people wanting way more than I could possibly afford for a piece of property, because I want to get him into some place where the environment, the street noise, the people that are out there are not what is my son's daily concern. Sure, we're gonna go places and he's gonna see people, and those things are going to be upsetting to him if they're not doing something. And sure, life is gonna happen, and people are going to be at our house different times for different reasons, and all of those are valid things. I mean, I can't run and hide from all of his meltdowns and emotions and life and any of that. You can't get away from all of it. But when you live someplace that it's a constant uneasiness, and then there's times where it's not a problem at all. It can go months and months and months where he is not concerned at all for anyone that is near here or working in this area or walking or in their car or parked in the wrong direction on the street. But that's something that we can work through. That's something that we can find a new place to live. We can move. We can do everything. But it's not something that is happening in my in my frame of mind, or frame of time, I guess, not mind. And I want it quicker, because having him have meltdowns over literally people parking, it just breaks my heart to see him so devastated when somebody will not get out of the car, and he doesn't really want them to say hello to him. He doesn't want them to come necessarily talk to him, but he thinks that's part of what's happening. He doesn't understand that they have every right to be where they are. It's daunting for him. So where do we go from here? Where do we try to figure this out? Where does life take you when you don't know what to do? So that's kind of where I'm at right now, where I'm trying to get all of the moving parts into a moving part. And I honestly don't know what to do. I want some property, but I also want the needle in the haystack. I want it close to town. I want it where it doesn't disrupt his other things that he loves to do. But I want property so that we're not constantly dealing with the things that do upset him. And, I'm not living in this distorted reality. I know that I can't, again, protect him from every element and everything that upsets him, but it's a constant with people and being busy. And so that's something that I know that we can work through. We can kind of, change to some degree. So that's my goal. And I keep thinking, if I just throw it out there and let it become the focus, let it become what it needs to become, then maybe it will happen quicker. All my colors, I'm down to everything I need a whole bunch of new paints, because they're all nothing's left. So buy my artwork, subscribe to my channel so I can get more people. Subscribe, invite your friends, tell them to come watch me so that I can keep growing my channel. I'm in this really begging, help me, please, get me. This, like I said, is not going according to plan, but life. I just wanted kind of that hibiscus look, but we'll just settle for a flower. to settle. I don't want to settle, people. I want it to be the hibiscus. But, you know, I've been painting with Owen for 5 or so years now. And the thing about it is, you have to practice. You have to learn. You have to do the work. You have to put in the moments to get there. And, you know, that's what this is all about. This is what learning is all about. So, I don't always get it right. I don't always get the moments in time where everything is what it should be. But that's, again, half the learning process, half the battle of figuring out art. And so I'm just going to keep trying and keep being me when it comes to what I'm doing. So everything feels extra today. Everything feels just hard. When you see your son crying because somebody is sitting in their car, you realize what's important in life. And all I want to do is give him the world. Make it easier on the moments that I can, you know? Like I said, I know I can't keep everything from affecting his world. I can't make all the stuff go away. I can't make but if I can truly figure out how to make it a little bit calmer for him, that I'm gonna try to do. So, buy my art, buy my art, buy my art, please. Visit my website. If I could just become a millionaire overnight, I could buy the expensive property. Okay, well, I'm happier with that than I was. So, tears make everything better, right? Tears make other stuff go away. So, don't even remember if they probably truly don't have this rough edge. I think they're a little more plain. But I'm going with the rough edge. It's like a live edge. That's what it is. So I'm going to do O for Owen since he helps me paint the backgrounds. And then L. And B. So thank you so much for being on the journey with us. I hope that you have a great rest of your day. Toodles!